So I bring to you the Internet of Recycling of Things, IOROT. By now we have become already the Internet of Reuse of Things, and we will become the Internet of Revaluing Things. Binee is a system, a bin, that collects electronic and electrical waste. And we've heard that the future is electric, and that comes with some shock start. That's what it creates already. We are growing in use and abuse of electronic devices. We let go of them after using them, and for our team, that's not a sustainable system we're living in. And 90% of the users don't want to have such a system. So these are, well, the numbers that we've been starting with, and the reason why we digged deeper into it. Because only 9% of the e-waste get collected. Many recyclers are suffering from that because they could get value out of it. And so we went forward with developing a smart bin that collects information on what you insert, gives you an incentive, and went forward, and thanks to Ecosummit, met a partner that invested a lot in this bin. It cost a lot of money to produce it. And we went on with that for about 6 months. I don't like to fail, I like to learn a lot. We learned a lot on this because at one point we said, okay, we have to start collecting in order to learn about the things that we actually afterwards want to get into best recycling. And we started something that we called material crowdfunding. So we asked people to send us their devices. That was about at the pitch of Ecosummit Berlin. And we got goodbye letters for the old Discman. We got really good stories and deep stories about what the users did with their devices before and why they want the best recycling possible for them. And we realized we had been doing over-engineering, German over-engineering in the best way for about 6 months, and just set up a bin in Conrad that you can see down there, a stupid bin, not a smart bin anymore. And with that, we collected 3 times more devices than they had collected before. The store manager at the end of the collection phase was like, please stay, I'm ready to pay for it. I want to give out vouchers to each visitor that comes. Not every visitor wants to get a voucher, but about half of them do. And at last Ecosummit, we met one recycler that is, in our opinion, the most transparent one, so the one that's probably going to deliver on what we want from him, because we want to tell the users where the trash really goes and how it's getting treated. So these guys read through our list of collected devices and were like, we want more of that, we're going to pay for that, and at the same time we tested all the devices we collected. 20% of the devices were working, 50% we couldn't test because they came without the right cables and stuff. So 20% of the overall, 40% of the stuff that we tested came and was still working fine. At that point, we're entering talks with reuse companies that are giving these devices out to social parts of society that would want to have access to this technology that is still working, but maybe not, they cannot afford the newest technology. And something more amazing happened. The Zoo of Leipzig, for example, with 1.5 million visitors per year, said, hey, we want to have a bin too. So we were focusing mostly on electronic stores because they now have to collect, because the regulators really try to force more collection. So regulators love us, recyclers love us, the electronic store loves us, the user loves us, and the zoo suddenly loves us. So that's the point where we think the next step is, we're now talking with Dell, we're talking with electronics producers that are trying to take care of the end of the product life cycle of the products they put out there, but they don't have the right means at the moment. And the zoo will not pay for it, probably, or we don't want to charge the zoo, but the producer would have a good story to expose to his visitor in the zoo. And at that point, we think we have brought all the stuff together, have come a long way, are ready to take on investments, have done our lessons learned, I think, and are looking forward to get in touch with points of sales, points of high visit, and maybe also some investments. Looking forward to. Thank you.